In the meantime, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says there will be greater need for skilled workers when the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority NARA begins rolling out big projects.
Get our young people to get the skill and so that they can participate in the construction industry, because there's a shortage of workers right now across Jamaica. With NARA and the development in the West, there's going to be a huge movement of persons to the West to get the work done.
Develop a coordinated rural development plan. That's the call from the Opposition Spokesperson on Rural and Community Development during the sectoral debates. Dr. Kenneth Russell argued that poverty levels are higher in rural areas.
The pattern is unmistakable. Things are worse off for you if you live in rural Jamaica. This is a shame and is unacceptable.
The view of the opposition spokesman on rural and community development, who pointed out that 11.5% of rural Jamaicans live in poverty compared to 3% in the Kingston metropolitan area.
This government used to boast that it doesn't have any new taxes. But I tell you, my rural people pay them taxes multiple times over. They pay a distance tax.
That's right.
They pay a poor roads tax.
Right.
They pay no water tax.
Yes.
They pay a weak connectivity tax.
Yes.
Limited transportation tax.
Yes.
And delayed access to services tax. We put that together. That creates what we call a quality of life tax.
Yes.
A debt paid in opportunities deferred, treatment delayed, earnings lost, and human potential diminished.
And so he wants the government to complete various parish development orders and improve infrastructure in rural areas. That should be supported by a national rural development framework and a rural development coordination council. Dr. Kenneth Russell adds that a rural development report should be tabled in Parliament every year.
We need to modernize the community development legislation, transform our community centers into development hubs, and strengthen the community development and parish development committees to deepen citizen participation in decision making. Consider a rural achievement initiative for youth. Community skills and innovation hubs, expanded support for child development, educational achievement, and digital literacy.
Still, he said the biggest asset is the people, and more should be done to diversify local economies and expand opportunities.
We propose enterprise zones, value-added agriculture and agro-processing, local wealth creation partnerships, and a rural community development partnership fund that will support communities, community-led solutions, and local innovation.
The local government minister is reiterating calls for a drastic change in behavior when it comes to garbage disposal. Desmond McKenzie says the burden can no longer rest solely on the state, warning that change is needed to protect health and environment. Sandy Williams reports.
Improper garbage disposal continues to pose a serious threat to public health, the environment, and the country's infrastructure. Against this background, local government minister Desmond McKenzie is calling for a fundamental shift in how Jamaicans treat waste management. Speaking at a long service awards ceremony for employees of Southern Parks and Markets at the Gulf View Hotel in Mandeville, Manchester recently, the minister stressed that effective garbage management requires both individual responsibility and collective action.
We must recognize and respect our environment, and if we don't have an appreciation for cleanliness, then we will always be here talking about garbage.
The minister also pointed to ongoing efforts to strengthen the sector, including measures aimed at improving job security and increasing wages for workers.
We made a commitment that the more than 4,000 of you spread across the island, that we would give you job security. We will make you all permanent employee of the organization.
Meanwhile, Executive Director of the National Solid Waste Management Authority, Audley Gordon, reported significant improvements in the agency's financial management over the past 5 years.
Where there was a long, protracted period without audited financial statements, we not only tidied that up, and in the last 5 years, we are not only filing our external audits, we are filing it on time. Not many government entities, not many public bodies can say that. We are filing on time as per law, our annual reports and our audited financials.
The ceremony also recognized 134 employees across various levels of the organization for between 16 and 30 years of service. Sandra Williams, TVJ News.